What is it doing? It's getting smaller. It's getting smaller. Why is it getting? The air inside of the marshmallow got so big that the marshmallow can no longer sustain how big the air wants to get. Those air pockets.
Clearance is go.
LPE.
LP is go.
RTD.
Recovery forces are go.
RSO.
RSO's go. We agree for the launch.
TDR.
DDR's go.
GLS.
We're go.
CDR. Attention all stations.
This is the launch director. We are go for launch. 8, 7, 6, sequence starts.
On behalf of the NASA and the Kennedy Space Centre, I've been George, and I'd like to thank you all for joining me today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Today, but I need help picking. Who wants to spin the wheel next?
This is the final boarding call for flight 2024.
Guys, touch your seatbelts. I need you to reach down between your legs. There's a black strap.
Y'all gotta eat together. You gotta sleep together. All the fun things that come after eating together. By the way, guys, disposable diapers. That was NASA during the Mercury program. Sitting in that tiny capsule, know that no one is commenting. While you're spinning, they don't Nazis. Below the commander on board, the same was Neil Armstrong. Same person, he's only floating space-wise. Realizes as they thrust herself on, axis by axis, is able to stabilize the capsule. We get that there first, emergency landing from space. So think of the three things that we usually touched on. Our first spacewalk, our long-duration spaceflight, and our first emergency. between the fences and the seating area. So if you just want to get a quick picture, that's fine, but you won't be able to stand here. These flames are very, very hot, thousands of degrees. One of the things we do is we start flooding the engines, the entire inside the engine with the very cold propellant. So there won't be that much of a thermal shock when we have the launch. That'll begin at about 7 minutes before launch. Next major event at 59 seconds, that's where the flight computers will take over. We get the final go-ahead for launch at the 45-second mark. At T-minus 20 seconds, the flight tanks come to full pressure. They'll stabilize at that point, waiting for the launch. At 6 seconds, we begin the launch sequence. At 0, we'll have ignition. Now you can see, if you look at the Jumbotron, a lot of that propellant going off over the side, that is some of the boil off from that liquid oxygen fuel. So that's very normal. That'll be occurring at this point. I'll let you know some of the events that we have coming up after the launch, as we're getting closer now at about 21 minutes. Again, folks, if you do not have a seat in this area, I think all the seats have been taken. You will not be able to stand between the fence line and the bleacher section. So if you're not sitting in a seat, you don't need to go to another area. Now, the flight events as we're going up. First major event, again, is liftoff. That will occur at 0. The next major event after that is what they call max Q, or maximum dynamic pressure. That's the time during the flight that the rocket experiences the most amount of stress. When it's on the launch pad, we have a lot of air pressure on it, 14.7 pounds per square inch, but you're not moving. As you go faster and faster, the air is hitting it more and more. Well, there's a magical point where the amount of speed and the amount of air still left in the atmosphere causes the most amount of pressure on the vehicle. A second later, the rocket might be going faster, but there's a little bit less air. So the highest stress is at max Q, and that is at the 1 minute 11 second mark. Next after that, we have the two engines, the two boosters on the side, the left and the right strap-on boosters.
Is complete.
Very great news with the weather. If for some reason we do not launch today, we do have a backup opportunity tomorrow.
Okay, they just confirmed the LOX load complete, which means the liquid oxygen has been completely filled in the vehicle.
This vehicle you see there to the right of the fairing is beginning to slowly move away from the vehicle.
Okay, I'm going to ask the guards at both ends. We're 1 minute before the lights turn off, so again, make sure no one else is coming into the area. Folks, if you're sitting, stay where you are. The lights will be going off in about 50 seconds. So again, stay where you are. No one should be walking in the area right now. Okay, the center booster, the LOX load, the liquid oxygen load has been completed.
Just heard that call out that the center core liquid oxygen loading is complete. That concludes all first stage vehicle propellant loading. We are still loading liquid oxygen on the second stage, and that should conclude at the T-minus 2 minute mark, which will also conclude all propellant loading.
Okay, we expect the lights to be going out in about 15 seconds. Again, everyone must remain seated until...
Again, those white clouds that you see around the vehicle are normal. That's us venting out the liquid oxygen that has boiled off of the liquid surface out into the ambient air. Once that cold liquid oxygen meets that warm ambient air, it basically condenses, just as you would see water condensing around a cold glass of water. We have finished propellant loading. We are also clearing out the liquid oxygen line on that transporter erector, and that's why you see a little bit more of those white clouds there on your screen.
Excuse me? You probably want to turn off the
Again, at the T-minus 1 minute mark, Falcon Heavy will be in startup. This is an autonomous Falcon Heavy is in startup. Now just waiting for the final call from the launch director.
This is the mission director. Go for launch.
All systems are go for launch of Falcon Heavy with USSF 52.
Okay, again, we'll have about another 20 seconds or so to go. Again, don't look at the TV, look at the pad. What you're seeing right now, that cloud is what's called a thermocline. It's where the atmosphere changes, temperatures will go on for a couple more seconds and burn out. For those people that are not physicists and don't deal with pounds of thrust, or you other folks, what you saw is 109 million horsepower.
So we do have a few events coming up here. That will be booster engine cutoff, or BECO, separation of the side boosters, followed by side booster boostback burn startup, and then the center core main engine cutoff, or MECO. Now again, those are a few events coming up here. BECO, side booster separation, that'll be the separation from the center core. The center core will continue to carry stage 2 with the payload until it...
Okay, what you're going to see now, look at the vehicle. Now you can look at the screen. If you look at the screen on the right-hand side, that is cameras on the vehicle. Now very shortly, the boosters on both sides are going to begin to separate. So take a look at the screen. You'll be able to see a close-up view of that.
Coming up on MECO is BECO. A few seconds here.
That BECO is the booster engine cutoff. So look at the screen and you'll see them separate from the rocket. And there they go. Okay, you look at the little dot. See the little dot coming now? You'll see 2 of them. Those are the 2 boosters. Okay, right now it's 3 minutes, 2 seconds into the flight. In 5.5 minutes, those boosters will be landing here. Now you might lose sight of them. They'll do a small boost back burn. They'll do a few burns, okay? The landing area is far to your right, okay? It'll be very close to that vehicle assembly building. Again, you'll see them, they'll disappear from view. That shouldn't concern you. You see them up there above the rocket, okay? The rocket's the lower part, the 2 boosters higher up, okay? Making their way back to the Space Center.
On the second, stands for second stage engines.
Now on the screen, on the left, you see the main booster still on its way to orbit. On the right-hand side, the 2 boosters that are making their way back to Earth.
So, to recover.
Again, you must need to stay in your seats. The landing will be about 4.5 minutes from now. The last burns will be very, very, very bright as you see them come down. Again, the sonic boom will be very intense. If you're not used to it, it'll really shake you up.
And there we were also able to see side boosters boost back.
Okay, now we have a little bit less than 4 minutes until the landing.
As well as information and also information that has
Now the MVAC engine is the second stage engine. Okay, we also heard that the fairing has separated. That's the part that surrounds the space plane. So the space plane has been exposed to the vacuum of space. Okay, now we're at the 3 minutes and 20 seconds until landing.
Center core was not built to land or be reused. It is expendable, having given its all for the mission. We will say a big thank you to the center core. For the two side boosters, the boost back burns have completed, and so far the vehicles are on a good trajectory, coming back to land.
Okay, and you're going to be looking towards that tall building, the vehicle assembly building. The landing will just be to the left of that, so look in that area.
So focus our attention on the side boosters. Now those side boosters are currently on their way back to land. In order to land back on land, we typically have 3 burns.
Center core FTS for safety.
Okay, what he meant by the Center Core FTS safe. FTS is a flight termination system. That's the destruct system we install in the vehicle. That if it's going out of control, if it's heading towards a populated area or some kind of danger, we can explode the vehicle.
On each of those boosters, and that helps slow them down as they enter back into the Earth.
Okay, we have about 2 minutes, 10 seconds until the landing.
Now, if we do have successful landings today, we'll mark the 257th and 258th landing of an orbital-class rocket. Those entry burns are coming up here in about 30 seconds or so.
There's about a 20-second delay, so in about 10 seconds, again, you're going to look in the area above the vehicle assembly building, close to the constellation Orion, which is up there, and you'll see a bright star. There it is, right above us. And there's the second one. Okay, they're going to be heading towards that area there, their boost back burn. They'll shut down again and then light up before the landing. Okay, they'll have a final burn. That'll be the final boost back burn. If you look at the TV screen now, you can see the delay. Okay, it shows them still firing, and you can see with your own eyes that they're not. So again, it's about a 20-second delay tonight. The last burn, again, will be very visible. And again, look towards that vehicle assembly building. That's where they're heading. Again, 11 miles from here at landing zone 1 and 2. And that sonic boom will follow, and that will be definitely as loud as the launch.
We have one more burn for each of these side boosters coming up in just about 30 seconds. That is the landing burn. It's a single engine burn for each booster. And just one engine is powerful enough to slow the vehicles down and safely land back on land. Targeting landing zone 1 and landing zone 2.
Okay, so get ready now. They'll be landing on landing zone 1. Get ready for that sonic boom. Again, it's 11 miles away. It'll take about 50 seconds from the time they went subsonic. So stand by for that double sonic boom.
Reignited. Landing light deployed. Let's watch as these side boosters touch down for landing.
Stage 2 is internal guidance.
Okay, there's our double sonic boom. I'll ask the electrical techs. You can turn the lights back on again. I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight. Have a great rest of your time here. Safe trip home. Thanks for listening.